What's good, y'all? It's your boy Diego Castell, and this is Castell Collects.
Yeah, Castell collects, Castell collects. Yeah, he do unboxings and giveaways. Yeah, let's get to watching what he gets today. Yeah, Castell collects.
All right, guys, we got another episode of Notable Cops, also known as Cops or Flops. So for now, we're going to call it Cops or Flops because that's what we're doing today. Now, everything you're going to see in this video, a lot of it's newer stuff, not a lot of vintage stuff. Definitely not a lot of vintage stuff. Let me show you guys what I got, and you tell me if it's a cop or if it's a flop. Let's go. You know what? After reviewing a lot of stuff that I was saying, not a lot of vintage stuff, I just realized there's actually a lot more vintage stuff than I thought. But it's going to be great either way. This first item is not vintage. It's actually really cool, and it's really for my personal collection, but I'll explain to you why, and you tell me if it's a cop or a flop. So this piece I'm holding right here, some of you may say it was probably the worst villain in Dragon Ball history. I actually really liked it, but I do think they butchered the character because he is my favorite. It is basically the ultimate version of Cell. Now, this was from the last Dragon Ball Z movie. This is part of the Master Lies collection. I love the Master Lies collection. What I don't like about this is they don't have a viewing screen for the character. Now, why would I buy this? Normally, I take all my Dragon Ball Z vinyl figures out of the box and display them because I really do like to do it. However, this particular one, I'm not taking out because these seem to get a lot of value. Now, I don't know if this is going to hold its value, and I'll know the next Comic-Con if there's any available. But for right now, it's going to stay in the box. I think this is really, really, really cool. Even though I think they killed Cell, I thought Cell was like the best villain of Dragon Ball history. But what do you guys think? Do you think this was a cop or a flop? Because it's going in the PC and it's not going up for sale. Now, these next two pieces I've been dying to go on clearance. I bought one of them once because I really, really, really liked it, but I promised I wouldn't buy the other set of them because I thought it was a waste of money. So I guess it's a double-edged sword, but let me explain to you why. I purchased both of the Godzilla set action figures from the new Empire. Now, I had already purposed the Godzilla vs. Shimo, and then I did not buy the Scar King and Kong, well, because I really thought they were kind of cheap figures, and I didn't really want them necessarily. When I took it home and I looked at it, I was like, wow, it's actually a lot cooler than I thought. I'm going to buy Kong and Scar King. But I didn't do that. Now, why didn't I do that? I didn't do it for the simple basis that I thought they were too much money for what they were. They were $20 each. But I knew they'd go on clearance because I know people don't want them. Here's the catch. Why did I really buy them? I bought them because Godzilla figures seem to stand the test of time no matter what. There will always be Godzilla fans. Like when I was a kid, this generation is now becoming a fan of this Godzilla. So my Godzilla, when I was growing up, was like the 86, 89 Godzilla. And obviously the older back in the 60s. But I grew up loving Godzilla the same way these kids are. So I know when those kids get older and I save these little $20 figures are going to be worth $75 to $150. I know it sounds crazy, but it's literally happening right now from my era. Now, in this particular case, I bought this one the first time for $19.99, but this time I bought each piece for $11. They were on sale at Walmart. Check out your local Walmart. Maybe they are on clearance, but I got them for basically half off, so I didn't want to miss out on that. Plus, I really enjoyed it, and I'm also doing an unboxing later on of the 5-pack of all these characters plus Mothra, which you'll see via Meta in the next weeks to come. What do you guys think? Cop or flop? All right, next up is an Amazon bag, and this is a purchase that I did personally this time. Well, I didn't think about this too much, but I guess it's whatever. First off, I bought a DVD, and it is the Pokemon DVD. It's the Blu-ray of all three of the movies that first really started off the Pokemon craze, from the original 151 to Johto to whatever Entei is. But anyway, I don't know if I'll actually open this. I just thought this was a really cool Blu-ray with all three of them on it, just personally for me. So it was on clearance. It's only $10. What do you guys think? Cop or flop? Next up in my bag of goodies is something that lately I've been buying a lot of, and I don't know why, but it is a brand new box of Season 4 of the Dragon Ball Z card game. Now, the difference between cards that are Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon is the sense that there's only one card per, like, I would say season that is worth anything. Where in Pokemon, you can get, like, maybe 4 or 5 in that next cycle. But in this case, there's only one good one. So you spend about $70. This is actually on sale for $65. $75 is the average price, up to $80. I got it for $65, which I thought was a good price. But it's got a nasty dent on it, which is probably the reason why I will open this, because I want to know if that card is damaged. But anyway, what do you guys think? Cop or flop? All right, we're going to keep it up with an action figure that actually came out a while ago, but within the last like 2 years. Actually, I think it came in last year. But I wouldn't purchase it because I wouldn't spend $60 on this. Now, in hindsight, there's a little more to a story of this. Let me show you guys why. Because this is a 2-part cop or flop. I ended up buying the Legacy Evolutions Megatron Transmetals 2 Dragon. Now, you guys saw my last video where I had the depth charge, which is right here. Now, they actually made a Megatron who was the red dragon like this. And then you guys also saw the black version of that Megatron dragon, which was like an Insecticon, but whatever, that's not the point. But here's the crazy part. When I didn't buy this when I was a kid, it's now selling for $300. Now, don't get me wrong, that was 20 years ago. So what does that mean? I have to hold this for 20 years? Maybe, maybe not. But it was originally $54.99, and then it says $16.49, but when I scanned it, I actually only paid $12. So that is almost a 75% savings. In my book, that was a home run. So, I didn't really buy one. I bought 2. And, I ended up buying 3. So I bought 3, okay? Okay. Well, the reason why I bought all 3, and I actually bought 4, because I opened one of them. But again, it's like opportunity knocked. And for me to buy 3 for $36 and 1 is only $54, I figured, hey, if in a year from now it's worth $100, good for me. In 5 years it's worth $200, great for me. In 10 years, if I'm still alive and it's worth $300, home run. So in my opinion, I think this is a cop. But what do you guys think? A cop or a flop? But there's more to this. Well, here you guys have it. The original Megatron and the original Beast Wars Transmetals line. So this is when Megatron turns into a big red dragon. But what a coincidence, because I bought 3 more. So this piece sells for $300. I made a really good deal with the seller. Now, the seller didn't bubble wrap this or anything, so I am going to have words with him on eBay. But I wanted the original one because I am recollecting the big 4. I guess it's really the big 5, because it's Megatron, Optimus, Savage, Depth Charge, and then the Griffin. I forgot. Silverbolt. Silverbolt? I think Silverhawk. Anyway, part of the big 5, I did already get an old Silverhawk that was really beat up, but this one I'm buying next is really new. However, this sells for $300, and I actually bought it for $125. So I got this for $12, this for $125. I basically brought you the new versus the old. So double question here, like I was saying before. Cop or flop? Hot or not? Which one you like better? Tell me which Megatron you guys like better. I did unbox this one. I didn't do an unboxing video for it, but it is very similar to the one that you see right here. So I still think it's really, really cool. More articulation in this one, obviously. But what do you guys think? Hot or not, cop or flop? Tell me which one you like better. Tell me if it's cop or flop. Let's go. All right, this next fig is actually 14 years old. It is a really interesting figure, and I'm going to explain to you why I bought it. So let's get into it. It is a brand new Toy Story To Infinity and Beyond Space Mission Rex. So, you may look at this and say, Castell, why would you buy this? And honestly, I just thought it was really freaking awesome. So what do you guys think? Cop or flop? Talk about it. Next up, we got another triple decker, and I could feel Gatman and Dolly watching this video being agitated at me right off the bat, and I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Let me show you why I don't care. Because it's freaking Voltron. You can't tell me anything bad about Voltron. This is part of the 40th anniversary series. Yes. So they actually made this once like 8 years ago. And then they made it again and just rebranded the box 40th anniversary. It originally was $30, which I had no problem paying because I thought it was worth the price for the whole piece. The box is a little dinged up in this, but this gets really weird. Let me show you why. Because I got another one right here. But it gets even more weird. I bought a third one. So I bought 3 of the Black Lions. Now, why did I buy the 3? And this is good if you guys catch it in time. They were originally $30. Then they went on sale for 10% off. Then they went on sale again for like, whatever, it was like $10 off. So they were $20. But when I walked in there, the price tag is actually scanning for $20.99 is what it says. But they were honestly only $14 when I scanned them at the register. So again, this is one of those things where I bought them to save them because I made money on it once. So I didn't mind reinvesting the profits into this because eventually, like a lot of Voltron stuff, a lot of the newer Voltron stuff, it gets a lot of value in the near future. Like when they did the Netflix show, those pieces you can't buy. You just can't buy them anymore. They're like $300-$400 each. It's madness. So this is kind of an investment because it's the vintage Voltron. I really liked it a lot, and I didn't mind spending the money. Plus, I have a couple of the extra figures, and it'll all tie in, for me in the long run. But I basically, sitting right here, I spent a total of $45. I'd already profited $180. So after taxes, if you say I have $120 in profit, my investment's paid, and I broke even. So for me, this is a long hold. Hopefully they pan out, but worth it? I think so. But what do you guys think? Cop or flop? Well, guys, you know that I'm a huge Pokemon guy. You know that Riley, you good? Riley, you okay? Oh, you want to talk about it? Okay. Oh, big stretches. You guys know I'm a huge Pokemon Select guy. I love the 6 and 7 inch figures. I think that line is phenomenal. I don't buy the little ones. I don't think they're worth it. They certainly don't have any value to them whatsoever. But for me, I enjoy the bigger figures with the articulation. We just did a Mega Charizard unboxing, which I really, really, really enjoyed, and it is in my office right now. But for me, the little ones are just useless. The little ones that do nothing. However, they do make that whole series of the animals in like in their habitats, I think they're called. And I've collected every single one of them so far because I don't mind spending $14.99 on a figure that has some art to it. So what did I do? I bought the only one that I was missing, and I couldn't find this anywhere. It was really weird. I actually walked in. Where was I when I found this? I don't even remember where I was when I found this, but I could not find this one, and nor did I own it. And I think it's because I didn't like the character. But anyway, I completed the collection, but what do you guys think? Is this one ugly, or is it a cop or a flop? Talk about it. All right, this next item is for the personal collection. That's right, the PC. It's going back there. I got myself the Japanese mini Megazord. The name of it, I don't know. I don't think it's a Shogun piece. It's called Kairu Sentai Zorenja by Action Toys. I had seen this come out, and I wasn't overly excited about it because, well, I was like, what do I need that for? Until my friend bought one, Nick Hackett. So big shouts to Nicholas for putting me onto this. But Nick had one, and I didn't realize at the time, I thought this was just the box, and the Megazord was just a one-piece thing. But it actually comes with all the Megazords, but they're miniaturized. How freaking cool. Now, I did a little more research. They're likely going to make a whole series, the Megazord Titanus and all that, and it transforms to all of its, pieces as it did in the show. I thought this is so freaking cool. So freaking cool that I bought another one because I want to open it. I think this is awesome. I don't know. Honestly, freaking sick. I'll do a video of it to show you guys. I think what's really great about this, though, is the boxes aren't taped, but the plastic is sealed. Is it sealed? Is it taped? Yeah, it's taped, so which means it's sealed. So for me, I'll display one. I'll take one out of the box, display that as well. The good thing is that the box is not taped, so you're really not destroying the value in this case, because once the tape pops, value is lost, literally. In this case, when the plastics pop, the value is lost. But for most collectors, they just want a pristine box. Sometimes they don't really care. Like all my open sets are up there, but they're brand new, stickers never used. In this case, I'm just really excited to get this because I'm gonna have a blast doing this. I thought it was so cool. Big shouts to my boy Nick. More curious about what you guys think of this. Do you think it's worth it? But what do you guys think? Cop or flop? I want to know from you guys, especially on this. Now, I kind of went down a dark hole because there was a clearance sale on Big Bad Toy Store, and I got this little tiny little Vinnie Mates. These Vinnie Mates, they was like this like craze over. Oh, they're right here. They're like there was a craze over like the mini Ranger set right here. I didn't get it. This box is weird because it's like not folded properly. So I know it's not a bad box. It's just not folded. I didn't know much about this, and I still don't. I've seen these. The box set was like $100. Now you can buy it for like $30. I didn't buy it. I might now because of this. But they made a mini Dragon Zord and Megazord. And I honestly, the detail to these is so freaking cool. Now they don't do anything cool. They don't transform. You can't do anything. They're just little vinyl figures. So these will never leave the box for me. They also are taped. So I wouldn't want to ruin that. But anyway, what do you guys think of this? Cop or flop? Vinnie Mates. Vinnie Mates. Yeah, Vinnie Mates. What do you think? Cop or flop? All right, guys, to wrap it all up in this episode of Cop or Flop, we have some more vintage. Now, we did have a little vintage. I kind of forgot we had a little vintage. 2011 is kind of vintage. But in this case, this goes back to my generation, which is 1995, I believe. It is. I nailed it, 1995. Now, what's interesting about this is almost a year ago, I did another video where I received one of these pieces, and I've never seen them again since until I walked over to Time Warp, where I have a little booth set up, one little rack, nothing crazy, over at my friends at Time Warp in Lake Grove, New York. They were selling these. They got them from a collection, and they made a really good deal for me. Let me show you guys what they are. So first off, we have the shiny yellow Ranger. Now, this particular series, guys, they made what I think it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, the movie series with the movie card looks just like the actual figure. So they just repurposed extra figures and then put the original card backing on it and resold them back in 95. Now, these were probably selling for like $6, $7 at the time. But Time Warp was selling them for $85. They were doing them basically at market value. And plus the card is, fairly decent for its shape. The bubbles on clear as day, looks really, really good. But I didn't just get the Yellow Ranger. Now, the Yellow Ranger, remember, was Aisha, was not Trini. Trini had passed away, which led me to believe that this was done as extra figures after the movie when they did the rebirth, like the rebirth of Titanus. So, again, they had extra figures. They remade it, whatever. It is what it is. But I also managed to get Adam, the Black Ranger. Can I stand these up? I cannot. Then I got myself Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger. And then we got all of our heartthrob favorite, Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. I did have the white and the red already, but I didn't have these other four. So this is really, really cool for me. And honestly, for me to wrap it up and have all of them, it's just kind of what I do. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I had no interest in ever finishing this series, ever. It was never, it never crossed my mind. But my good friend Steve over at Time Warp gave me an amazing deal for these. I greatly appreciate them. So don't forget, guys, to check out Time Warp located in Lake Grove, New York. I'm going to set you guys up with a little picture here of whatever it is so you guys can know where they are and you can check them out. And when you go there and you see Steve, say to him, "What's up, Jimmy?" And he'll know I sent you. Well, guys, that wraps up another episode of Cop or Flops. Tell me what you think in the comments. Did I cop something or did I flop with the purchase? I got to know. I'm really curious. And it's up to you guys to tell me. I love criticism. If you don't like something I do or you think something I do is stupid, tell me. I'm all about it. Because not only will I take that criticism, and if it's rude and obnoxious and nasty, will I enjoy it because I love angry people's stupid comments, but I also like criticism that can maybe make me better for my purchases later. Do I waste money? I certainly do. Do I have the ability to do so? I absolutely do. Do I do things that I know may be a waste of money, but better for the future and or the investment of the collection that you see all around me? I certainly do that as well. But guys, like always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you think of this episode of Cop or Flops. Were these cops or were these flops? It's up to you. We'll see you in the next one. It's your boy, Dia Castell. That's Riley. And this was your boy, Castell Collects.